Okay, let's dive into one of the biggest yet most overlooked economic revolutions happening right now. Seriously, it's completely changing how businesses trade with each other, and it's reshaping the entire global economy as we speak. We're talking about the B2B marketplace revolution.
I want to start with a number that's, well, it's almost hard to wrap your head around. $20.9 trillion. To give you some perspective, that is bigger than the entire GDP of the United States. This isn't some small niche market, no. This is the projected value of global B2B e-commerce by 2027. And it's a massive signal that the way the world is business is fundamentally shifting.
So, when you see a number like that, you have to ask, right? What's actually driving this incredible growth? What forces are pushing literally trillions of dollars onto these digital platforms? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down.
Look, this isn't just some passing trend we're talking about. This is a historic opportunity. But to really get a grip on the scale of it, we first need to understand the basics of what's actually changing.
So what exactly are we talking about here? Well, a B2B marketplace is basically an e-commerce platform. Think something like Amazon, but it's built from the ground up just for businesses to buy from and sell to other businesses. We're talking wholesale, we're talking bulk orders, industrial supplies, the whole shebang, all done digitally.
The best way to think about these platforms, they're the modern trading floors. They're systematically replacing all the old school analog methods, phone calls, faxes, trade shows, with incredible digital efficiency.
And the reason these marketplaces are exploding is because they create so much value for everybody involved. It's a classic win-win. For buyers, you suddenly get access to a global catalog with super competitive pricing, which totally streamlines how you source products. And at the exact same time, sellers get instant access to customers all over the world, with way lower marketing and sales costs. It's that powerful dynamic that's just pouring fuel on this fire.
Now, a market this massive was bound to attract some heavy hitters. So who are the digital giants leading this charge? Let's take a look at the titans of B2B trade.
You have to start with the pioneer, right? Alibaba.com. They essentially wrote the blueprint for the global B2B marketplace. They connected manufacturers, mostly in China, with businesses all across the planet. And to this day, they are still the dominant force in global wholesale.
And of course, you knew Amazon was going to get in on this. With Amazon Business, they are leveraging their world-class logistics and that super familiar user interface to attack the B2B world. They're basically bringing that easy consumer-grade convenience to industrial buying, and man, they are growing incredibly fast.
But it's not just a story about global giants. Regional leaders like IndiaMart are absolutely critical here. As India's largest B2B platform, it's a vital engine for a huge domestic economy, while also being the main gateway for connecting Indian businesses to the rest of the world.
And beyond those big guys, there's this whole ecosystem of other players. You've got broad platforms like eWorld Trade and MadeInChina.com, but what I find fascinating is the rise of specialized marketplaces like Global Sources, which is super focused on electronics. This diversity just shows you how deep this digital transformation really goes.
All right, so we know who the major players are today, but the real question is, where is all of this going? Let's dig into the key trends that are shaping the future of global commerce right now.
You can really see this evolution happening in three key waves. First, there's the simple digital shift, where even old-school industries like manufacturing are finally moving all their purchasing online. And that directly kicks off the second wave, hyper-globalization, where borders become almost meaningless for commerce. And now we're seeing the third wave, specialization, with these niche marketplaces popping up for everything from chemicals to textiles, creating even more efficiency.
So understanding these massive trends is one thing, but the crucial question, the one that really matters, is what does all this mean for your business? With all this change happening at lightning speed, how do you adapt and, actually thrive in this new world?
This quote right here really just hits the nail on the head. B2B marketplaces are no longer just an option you can think about, they are the engine of modern global trade. For any business that wants to grow, or frankly, even just survive, being part of this ecosystem is becoming non-negotiable. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. In a world that now trades on a single global digital platform, is your business still thinking locally? That's the critical question that every leader out there needs to be answering.